The Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi has offered to resign on condition that he keeps his money and avoids prosecution. That's according to the Opposition National Council, which says he approached them on Sunday. The government says reports of the offer are nonsense. Well, let's take a look at some of the developments on the ground in AlJazeera, outside the capital, Tripoli. Reports suggest that government forces have rebels surrounded and they may have retaken the city. State television has shown pictures of the military in the town. Bin Jawad has also seen more setbacks on Tuesday, according to witnesses. State television has aired footage of rebels that it says were captured in the city. And in Ras Lanuf, witnesses say there have been at least 6 airstrikes. Residents are fleeing aerial attacks. Lawrence Lee reports now on Gaddafi's controversial offer to step down.
For a man with such a strong line in bombast and exaggeration, the suggestion of Gaddafi making a deal on the quiet which would allow him to escape Libya unscathed is startling. It's claimed he raised the suggestion on Sunday when opposition forces were on the road to Sirte, his hometown, and before the Libyan army had retaken the town of Bin Jawad and pushed the rebels back. According to AlJazeera sources in Libya, Gaddafi's main demands were aimed far less at ensuring the future of his country and far more at making sure that he and his family could continue living in luxury. So it's alleged that Gaddafi wanted assurances that he wouldn't be prosecuted for crimes against humanity, that he and his family would be able to leave to a country of his choosing, and that he would retain assets, many of which have been seized in countries from Europe to Japan.
Hopefully the dictator is cracking. We hear news that he has approached our leaders at the National Council, and maybe cracks are appearing.
What's striking about this is that he seems far more concerned about threats from the outside world than from inside Libya. Perhaps, too, the growing pressure from the international community, which is talking about a military response more urgently now that the rebels are on the back foot.
We've got NATO, as we speak, consulting in Brussels around a wide range of potential options, including potential military options, in response to the violence that continues to take place inside of Libya.
No doubt the people of Benghazi, as well as the authorities there, see this offer as outrageous. But it wouldn't be surprising if they came under great external pressure to accept it, or something like it, as the best way to begin resolving this crisis. Libyan state TV inevitably has denied an offer even being made, and probably this is the start of the process. Nevertheless, with Libya threatening to tear itself apart, removing Gaddafi remains the key to getting east and west of the country to talk to each other. Lawrence Lee, AlJazeera.
Now, in a moment, we'll be hearing from our correspondent on the ground in eastern Libya, Jackie Rowland, live for us in AlJazeera, and Hoda Abdelhamid in Benghazi, where the uprising began. But first, let's speak to Mohammed Ali. You heard him in Lawrence Lee's report there. He's a member of the Opposition Civil Committee in Misrata, which is part of the National Council. Mohammed, thanks very much indeed for joining us. First of all, we're told that the envoy, Azuz al-Tali, met with council members to make this offer on behalf of Colonel Gaddafi. The Libyan government says that's nonsense. Can you confirm that such a meeting took place?
Yes, we can confirm that there has been an approach by the dictator for his safety and his family's safety. This is confirmed by our leaders at the National Council in Benghazi. He would deny it, wouldn't he? And the position of the council is that in due course all will be revealed to the media. But at this very critical moment, they can only now firmly confirm that such talks have taken place. And Gaddafi has come to the council with a detailed plan of his exit, of which we know of some of these details. But the National Council, in due time, will hold a press conference to reveal all contacts and all approaches that have been made. But negotiations are going on as we speak, and hopefully they will result in positively. So
negotiations are still going on. Can you tell us what Gaddafi's conditions are? Is he asking for immunity from prosecution?
That is one part of it, but he has come up with a detailed plan as how he wants to do it and where, and details that I cannot disclose at this moment in time, and I'm not allowed to disclose. But our friends, our friends of the National Council, will disclose these details in due time.
But you're aware of the details of his plan.
Successful, so we can save lives. This madman will kill more people.
Do you think these negotiations will be acceptable to people? Do they want to see Gaddafi step down at all costs?
Well, this is up to the council to say, but we're trying to save lives. But who can pardon Gaddafi? He has too much blood on his hands. The world has seen. We knew all along what kind of dictator he is. It's all too apparent to the world now. It's a very, very sensitive matter. It's a matter that not even the National Council can resolve. But negotiations may be able to save lives, civilian Libyan lives.
Well, while these negotiations are going on, Gaddafi's forces have stepped up their assaults on opposition positions. There's attacks in Ras Lanuf, in Bin Jawad, in AlJazeera. Do you think that your fighters can withstand this onslaught?
Hopefully they can. He's consolidating his position. He would do that, wouldn't he? The facts on the ground are against him. The international community is against him. He holds no territorial or population majority no more in Libya. It's the circle is closing, and he knows it. He knows it. He knows it. He knows it. And even his inner circle we hear is cracking. Even his sons are saying different things now, and they already started the blame game. And hopefully it will be sooner rather than later, and hopefully we can save lives. This is our goal, save lives. This is a mad dictator. He would do anything. We're trying to save lives.
OK, Mohammed, thank you very much indeed for updating us on those negotiations. Mohammed Ali in Misrata there, part of the National Council, the Opposition Council. Let's go to AlJazeera and speak to Jackie Rowland, who's there. Jackie, do you think the National Council could sell the idea of Gaddafi gaining immunity from prosecution in return for stepping down? Because one of the things that fighters have said they wanted all along was to see justice.
Yes, justice is something that we do hear ordinary fighters talking about. And you have to remember that the majority of